Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a great night. Start of the weekend. It just started thundering out, so hopefully my internet's going to be good because it just started raining real heavy. We are 8 days away, guys, until it's one of our first preseason games. 8 days. And there's a lot to go over here with the roster and how it is so far, with a lot of positions right now. And, you have your players that we know that are going to start, players that are doing really well, and then you have those players or the certain position groups that we're not really sure of. And obviously, we've talked about linebacker and safety a million different times. So I want to thank everybody coming to the chat. And this is a Q&A chat, so you guys can ask me almost anything, debate me on something, or whatever you guys want, because at the end of the day, like, probably going to be wrong about some things, but it is what it is. We got Philadelphia Eagles fan 2. What's going on, man? We got EC1. What's up? Trav, what's going on? Yo, long way, what's going on? Philadelphia Eagles fan 2. We got Drippy, what's going on? We got Simon Messidor, what's going on? Edie Baby Boy, what's going on, man? I hope everyone's doing good. So, I wanted to do an earlier stream today, but didn't really have the time. Been working on some other things. I think linebacker is obviously a huge problem right now. I think it's a bigger problem than people really realize. Nakobe Dean's day-to-day right now, so he got hurt with that ankle. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We got a new membership. What's going on, man? Let me check what membership you got. Let me check real quick. Let me see. I don't know why I can't bring the. Oh, actually, I can just go on my. Michael, welcome to the camper. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining up. I appreciate it so much, dude. Much love. Much love. What's going on, Berto? Oh my God, I hear that rain. Ronnie Hitter said, what's going on? Let's go, Eagles. What's going on, man? So, yeah, the linebacker position, I think, is a bigger problem than we actually realize. Nakobe Dean's hurt right now, day to day, and we really can't afford Nakobe Dean to be out. I understand it's very early in training camp, but we can't afford him to take any time off. I mean, thank God it's early, so we need him to get as much reps and playing time as possible. I mean, it looks like even Christian Ellis has been taking that first spot at linebacker as of right now, which is a good thing. It's not bad. But I mean, I really don't see anything behind it depth-wise for that position. I mean, just imagine Nakobe Dean gets hurt. Knock on wood, but just imagine if Nakobe Dean gets hurt. Like, what else is back there? Nicholas Morrow hasn't done a damn thing. Even Christian Ellis, like, as much as Christian Ellis has been on the first-team defense for linebacker, I don't know if he's a bad player around a lot of really bad players. Is he the best of the bad bunch? That's what I'm trying to figure out going into the linebacker situation. You know what I mean? And I think it's weak. Obviously, we don't put money in this position for a reason, but they better hope Nakobe Dean plays his eyes out. You know what I mean? Plays lights out and does. I just plays his eyes out, plays lights out, and does his thing, because it's going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble. So if Nakobe Dean's going to miss some time, like, I'm hoping there's somebody out there. I hope somebody's out there, because I'm not liking it. Let's go on, Bert. Got Pulson says, Joey, we haven't seen Nakobe play a full game yet, but I have high hopes. What's your take on him currently? I mean, look, there's only so much you could take. You take a sample size from last year. There's really not much you could take. I mean, the Titans game was great. He has never played a full game or half a game yet. You know what I mean? Like, he was a sponge in the locker, in the linebacker room with Nick Rouse when he was a linebacker coach. You know what I mean? And hopefully there's something to show for it. You know what I mean? And my gut feeling says that Nakobe Dean is going to be lights out, a fantastic player. I think lights out, he's going to be great. Oh, my God. Do you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is really loud. E-Money, what's going on, man? Miles says, so excited for the season. Can't wait for the Kelly Greens. So, yes. Mine came in today. I haven't opened it yet. I mean, I've seen them a million times online, but I'm probably going to do a video on this tonight and upload this for tomorrow. So my Devontae Smith, Kelly Green is here. And yes, we get to see what I mean. I've obviously never seen one in person, so I'm very happy. I'm gonna order more by the time that first Miami Dolphins game. Sorry, my allergies are a mess today. That Miami. Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Holy shit. All right, I'm good. I want to make sure I didn't have like a lag spike or anything was going on. It's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of nuts. But yeah, got my jersey already. I'm going to do a video on it. See what it looks like. Very happy. Yo, Jacqueline Will, what's going on? He says, go birds regardless. Says, no linebacker is a problem. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we have. D says, hey, fellas, can't wait for our team to play. Philly's losing 7-5. Need a walk-off win. Bomb just struck out swinging. That sucks. Alex, there's nothing to worry about. Way too early. Camp stories and injuries, unless crazy. It's just stories. I trust Sirianni. Yeah, I mean, but you have to look out for things like this because then, look, I understand like this. Well, we're in the midst of football season now. We're in the middle of training camp right now, so there is a lot to talk about. Back June, July, or really the month of July was really the dead month where really nothing was going on. So there's a lot to talk about regarding this roster. Is Howie Roseman going to make a move at safety, at linebacker? I mean, offensively, I have no issue with the roster whatsoever. You know what I mean? I have no problem. No problem at all. No issue at all. Phil Eagles fan Tuesday, Joey, are you going to be at the Eagles practice? I will not be able to. No, not this year. I haven't been to an Eagles open practice since 19. I'm trying to remember was the last time I went. I think it was like 2019. If I can remember. Who that dude? What's going on, man? Says eyes out. Words of Oak, true horror fan. What's going on, dude? So I do have a horror channel, guys, and I've actually some of the videos I put out have been doing really well. I think I'm almost at 600 subs already, which is pretty cool. But it's something else to work on while I'm doing Eagle stuff. I can do other things as well. So thank you for coming in, man. Chelsea says, send some of that rain my way. I'm in Phoenix. Go Birds. Yeah, well, we just got. I mean, I'm in New York, so we just got. I mean, we had a lot of humidity the past couple weeks, so. William says, Ben, man, Joey, how's it going? How's family, Ben? Everything's good, William. I hope you're having a good day, man. A good night. Trav says, my Kelly doesn't get here till September 19th. So I'm guessing you got the $175 version because the Fuse jerseys are not getting to people until September. So me, I'm not big on buying expensive jerseys. I don't really care. Like there was a $100 version, a $130 version. I got the $130 version of Devontae Smith. I want to get a couple more jerseys. I wanted to spend more, but obviously, you know, bills have to come first. So I could have just bought them. I don't care, but I was just being smart. Tanner the Great said, I refresh the store page every day, hoping they restock. Go if you're looking for a Jalen Hurts jersey right now, go on Dick's Sporting Goods. I know that there were available on Dick's Sporting Goods, plenty of them. I would go on Dick's Sporting Goods. Don't just rely on NFL Shop or Fanatics. Go to Dick's Sporting Goods. They should have them on there. Eagles Land says, I got my Hurts, Smith, Kelly Greens. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I was choosing between Jalen Hurts. I was actually choosing between Dallas Goedert because that 88 looked really nice. It looked freaking nice. No joke. D-Block says it's only considered linebacker every year. Need to stop with cheap scrubs who would just – yeah, I mean, that's the problem. The problem is they put no money into running back. They put no money into linebacker. I mean, they drafted a linebacker in Nakobe Dean in the third round, and really before that, they didn't really draft who's the guy they drafted before Nakobe Dean, or at least Patrick Johnson was drafted. I mean, in the seventh round pick from Tulane. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. They just don't want to spend money there, and it's starting to show a little bit. Because Nicholas Morrow has not been making any noise. Sometimes it's really good when you hear players' names at camp. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Just depends. But for me, it looks pretty bad, actually. I mean, Morrow is not even making any noise right now. E says they should use Swift like receiver and running back, just like deep. Oh, yeah, 100%. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to use Swift all over the field. I think within the NFL, it comes to running backs, I think Swift is the best with his vision. Could cut on a dime at 100% speed. Could do so much. I think he's fantastic. I think they're going to line him up everywhere. 95% of the time at training camp, they are throwing the ball to him. I mean, really throwing the ball to him. It's a joke of how much they didn't trust Miles Sanders last year. Even with over 1,000 yards, they still didn't trust him. Even last training camp last year, they didn't trust him at all either. You know what I mean? It's kind of nuts. John says, I am mad. Yo, Donnie Plus. What's going on, dude? Any good safeties or linebackers out there? Linebacker-wise, Kawan Alexander just signed to a team. Also, you have the Isaiah Simmons trade, Patrick Queen trade, Zach Cunningham. You have who else is out there? Who is that defensive end outside linebacker for the Patriots a long time ago? He's the oldest one that's out there. There's a good amount of free agents left. Miles Jack is still out there. There's some guys out there. I think between Miles Jack and one other guy I would definitely bring. But if you're able to get a Patrick Queen trade done with one more year left on his deal, they didn't pick up his fifth-year option, I think would be a very valuable player and would fit in instantly. Dave says, Joey, great job on the workout, brother. Hope all is well. Otherwise, stopping in playing COD Warfare 2 while listening. Hey, appreciate so much, Dave. Enjoy the COD. Haven't played that in a long time. And yeah, I've been working my ass off I lost about 22 pounds already. 22 pounds in a month and a half, which I've been going crazy. I've been cutting out a lot of foods. I've been cutting out the soda a little bit. And, there's some days where I don't eat, that healthy. It's very hard to eat that healthy every day. But, as long as I keep the walks going, the runs going, 3.5 miles a day, I think we're going to be good. Wee says my Kelly doesn't get here till October. What kind of jersey did you get, dude? How is it not coming? I could for the Fuse jerseys like September, but how? That's nuts. EC1 says Patrick Queen time. Says we need Patrick Mahomes. What? Wee says we don't need Patrick Mahomes. What's going on? Wee says Jalen Hurts is good too. You must be a kid. D-Block says Davion Taylor's a third round a few years back, and he's a bum. Yeah, he's been hurt. I mean, literally the last 2 off seasons he was hurt, and now he's actually healthy this year. And there's really not much. There's really nothing much there. I mean, I don't know what else you want him to do. You know what I mean? I think the depth is horrific. Well, you got Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley, Kyron Johnson. Now Patrick Johnson's hurt and could miss some time. I heard rumors it was season ending, and then people were like making a big deal of the thumbnail I made because I thought it was season ending. That's what I saw. I heard that someone close to the Eagles said it was that it was bad news. That's what I heard. But who knows? I could be wrong. He says, you've been at the gym, bro. I don't know. I've gotten a few compliments, but I don't know. I mean, I don't see it. I mean, I lost about 22 pounds already. I've been in the weight room a little bit, trying to get my arms a little bit better, my chest to do a little bit better. Young Boy says, yo, Joe, if we don't win this year, I feel like OKC with Harden, Westbrook, Durant, and Ibaka with the talent we have. Oh, boy. Nathan says, Job, Kavon, Ellis doing good still. Yeah. Kavon's been doing. I mean, what they've been doing really with Kavon. I mean, they've been literally folding and switching up safeties. The most consistent safety that's been in at safety is Reed Blankenship. They've been switching. Terrell Edmonds seems like he's not the top safety right now, but I could be wrong. But it looks like it's been more Kavon Wallace. Okay, it's been more Kavon. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens there. Justin Evans is with the second team. Josh Jobe has been getting a lot of reps behind Bradbury, which is good. And Bradbury ended up Bradbury's day-to-day with the groin. So Josh Jobe is the backup at outside cornerback. It looks like it's Ringo and Jobe, and then on the inside for Avonte Maddox, because that situation is another situation which is ridiculous right now. it's going to be Josiah Scott and Zech McPherson. And I don't know why Josiah Scott. I mean, you're telling me, is this, I mean, apparently Greedy Williams is playing horrible. He's been holding a lot. He's been very grabby with jerseys. That's been the rumor of what's been going on there. Shows to slow down the weight loss too fast, you'll gain it all back. 5 pounds a month is better. Stay healthy. Yeah, no, I can't help what I lose. I'm not going crazy. I'm doing 3.5 miles every day. I don't think it's too much. Like I took a break today. I didn't go do anything today. So Philly, I know you're feeling bad. Oh yeah, 100%. A lot of pain is gone from my body since I've been working out very hard. Been working my tail off. So. Eagles of Land says Patrick Johnson has a calf injury. He won't miss the season. That's good. That's good. I saw news on Twitter that there was I mean, you can't read everything and believe everything, but I guess I believed it because I thought it was real news, saying that Patrick Johnson was going to be out for the season. They had a very big knee injury. So if it was just a calf, then all right, that's fine. I'm glad he's okay. And he said 22 is a lot, especially if you're lifting too. Yeah, well, I'm lifting as well. Yes. I am. I'm lifting as well. Some days, not every day I'm lifting, but every other day I'm lifting. And I'm lifting heavy as well. I've been doing like a lot of reps with lighter weight, but I've been pretty heavy as well. D-Block said 22 pounds. Hell yes. Lost 75 pounds this past year and feel so much better off. Keep at it. But I appreciate it, man. So much. So much. Trust me, you guys make me feel better. If I put pictures up and you guys make me feel a lot better about what I'm doing. Sometimes it's, I'm working out by myself. I'm not working out with a partner every day, so sometimes it sucks. We could have won that game. Let's see. This one says, what about John Johnson still? I don't know. Is he still a free agent? John Johnson, the second or the third, whatever his name is, from Cleveland? I don't know. I mean, I heard the rumors that the Eagles had interest in him, I think, last year, maybe. But I don't know for right now. I have no idea. D-Block says it's 70% diet. I laid off the weights mostly and just cardio diet. If you lift, go light so you don't bulk, but instead it'll shred you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to diet a little bit better. I'm trying. It's very, very tough. I can only eat healthy for so long until I have like a cheat day. That's what it is. Lamu said Jeff McClain said that, but he backtracked after the news came out. All right, that's what I figured because I saw the news on Patrick Johnson was it's a knee injury, it's season ending, and then I was already doing the video at that point, so I couldn't backtrack anything. Hallie Roberts says, "Yep, Joey picked up a Kelly Green Smith jersey, Kelly Green sweatshirt. My jersey shipped today. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I just got mine in the mail. I'm probably going to open this up today, and do a video on it." I was choosing. It was very tough to pick a jersey. Very tough. Bucks obviously says greetings from Frankfurt, Germany. Wow, that's a long way, man. Appreciate you joining in. Jack and Will says, "What are you drinking?" It's just water. It's a Gatorade bottle with water. I have like 7 Gatorade bottles in the fridge. I fill with water every day, and I just put them in there and drink them ice cold. I'd really drink water when I'm home. So if I go out to have dinner, I'll have like a glass of like diet soda or something like that. Nothing crazy. DC1 says, yeah, I looked, he a free agent. Oh, nice. Hey, at least there's somebody else out there. Because safety-wise, I don't know who else is really available free agent-wise. I feel more comfortable letting the free agent. I mean, I feel good about Blankenship, and I feel good with the competition going in. You know what I mean? So Sidney Brown is starting to move up the depth chart and do his thing, which is great. You know what I mean? So he was on third team, second team, now getting some first string. So, it's still early process right now. Weed says, keep working out, Joey. It'll pay off, bro. I'm big into fitness, and I've got workouts on my channel to help, too. I'm proud of you, my guy. Go Birds or go. I appreciate so much, man. I'm trying. I'm not going on a regimen of what I'm doing, really. I'm just doing things. And if I have to walk or jog or run 3.5 miles every day, that's what I'm doing to make myself feel better. To start and at least want to transform myself a little bit. That's what I'm trying to do. Kirk says, try the jersey on for the live stream, bro. Nah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video on it. I want to do a video on it. But I'll wait it out. I'll wait it out. I'm excited because I haven't seen these obviously in person. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos, but I've never actually touched one of these jerseys in person. So I'm pretty happy about it. Pretty happy. Yo, GG, what's going on, man? He says, we are thin at linebacker. That's 100% truth. See, look how vulnerable we do get when somebody's down. You know? Look how vulnerable we are when Nakobe Dean's not in the lineup. Like, do you feel comfortable? Like, if Nakobe Dean gets hurt like this during the season, like, how comfortable are you? I'm not comfortable at all, to be honest. I'm really not. If I'm rubbing my nose because my allergies are kind of going crazy today, so I ended up grabbing this Gatorade at a deli, right? And I just grabbed it off the shelf because it was green and I thought it was like some different flavor. And I went home and I started chugging it, and it was lime, cucumber, pepino, limon. Not lemon. It's Limon. Lime, cucumber. Freaking disgusting. I drank it because I had no choice, but it was that disgusting. Tyler says, I think going to the blank Brown starting with Edmonds as a box safety in Big Nick. Yeah, I really do like, because I feel like he can give you nice run support as well when it comes to Edmonds. I think he can, because you can move him around a little bit. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out a little bit, you know? Why are you skipping my comments? Well, if you're making a comment and it has like one word in it, or you're like literally, I'm not going through every single comment. I'm going through comments that have actual questions. So that's the way it goes. We got JP Martinez with a super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, I thought the thumbnail said Nolan Smith tornado. No. Oh, that was you that said, no. What happens is with those thumbnails, sometimes I'll do like a big word at the top and then write something small under it to connect to the big word. So you probably read it the wrong way. Because if you look under, it says Patrick Johnson is done under torn ACL. So I didn't mean to scare anybody for that thumbnail. People are kind of freaking out like, dude, it's just amazing. If I'm wrong about something, people point it out. I mean, it's kind of nuts, but I'm used to it by now. I don't even care, whatever. But I appreciate the super chat, man, so much. And I'm sorry for scaring you that much. Philly said, I drank that flavor too, vomit. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting, dude. Disgusting. It's all right, Jacqueline. It's all good. I'm just letting you know because, it's the channel. Sometimes it's going to be busy. Sometimes it's, I have to go through questions. So I get it. G said, I drank pink Gatorade once and realized it was Pepto-Bismol after I was sober. What? What the hell? John says, Justin Martinez, Reese Hoskins tore his ACL. Oh, that sucks. Nate says, when we got Sue from Tampa Bay and Joseph from SD, were they free agents or what? Yeah, they were free agents. We didn't trade for them. They were already available. They were waiting on teams they were trying to get to a Super Bowl, man. They were just waiting for the right team to jump onto. Jordan Davis gets the high ankle sprain and really played well. He was the top 13 defensive tackle against the run. He played really good. And then that was it. They said, Gannon, no excuses. Gannon, no excuses. I'm giving you one player's on injury, one player's on the IR, and we're going to give you two more monster players. And guess what? They played in that Colts game, and they were instantly they just played so great. Played so good. Rob says, of all the Eagles players, which one would you want in your fantasy league? DeAndre Swift. Jalen Hurts. 100%. 100%. No doubt. These injuries make me nervous. It's still early, though. It's still early. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing considerably that bad right now compared to other teams. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice for this. I mean, it sucks they're not going to be able to practice in front of a crowd on Sunday, but if it's that bad. Tyler said, I feel like if they sign a free agent linebacker, it's going to be Miles Jack. Got a feeling? Yeah, I hope so, man. Kind of revive his career a little bit. I wouldn't mind that at all. Miles Jack sounds pretty good to me. Pause. What'd I say? What'd I say? Top dog, what's going on, dudes? Who do you think is wide receiver 3 after a week of training camp? Oh, it's Quez Watkins. There's no doubt. Quez Watkins has done really well. The problem is he does well in these off seasons, and then like when he gets to real games, I think he's I think he's ran really good routes. I think he's been a burner. I think he's caught almost everything. You know what I mean? I think he's had a very, very strong camp. I think Nick Sirianni believes in this guy a lot. You know, I don't think it's just a rumor. I think they really believe in him a lot. So I take Hurts. Oh, yeah, it's gonna happen. Wee says, I'm so pissed off Yannick. We could have gained him. Yeah, dude. $10.5 million for the year. I mean, shit. I thought he wanted to be somewhere long term. He's on another 1-year deal with a team that, you know, a Bears team that's loaded, that's stacked. I think they signed like Yannick and they signed that Mercedes Lewis today at tight end. I mean, they're just great. I mean, they have a loaded roster right now. You know, it's really up to Justin Fields. They have, you know, they got some offensive line pieces. The defensive line looks good. Now it's going to see where, you know, trading back all those picks is really going to be worth it for them now. They're going to find out. Right, so I'm worried about linebacker position because is Dean small for inside linebacker. Top 5 defense right now. NFL have big body. I'm not really worried about his size because he plays really big. Pause. But the one issue he had at Georgia was tackling big running backs. I think that's been like, but then you saw what he did in that Tennessee game against Derrick Henry. Almost had a damn heart attack from forgetting his damn name. You know, but we'll see though. I think he just play. I mean, he's like a linebacker that sacrifices his whole body, man. That guy is going to be a field general, like no joke. John says, Joe, you look like Kyle Swerve from the Phillies, not being mean. I don't care. It's all good. I think Quez knows better than anyone. He needs to be mindful in his hand. Yeah, he does. He's got to track the football well. He's got to track it well and catch the ball. The timing has got to be right. A wide receiver 3 is a shitty position, guys. It really is, because as a wide receiver 3, you're not a focal point in the offense. You're literally like the dump off pass. You're literally like, you know, if Jalen Hurts is in trouble and he's running around. So the problem is, you know, and it's not like he dropped 10 passes last year. We hold this wide receiver group to a higher standard, and he made some crucial mistakes. Then he had the grade 2 shoulder sprain, which we didn't know until the end of the season. And then they give him one of the biggest moments to catch a football in this Super Bowl. I mean, he was in inconsistent games, and you're giving him one of the biggest moments on that route. You know, there was a lot more wrong with that Super Bowl, but I'm not putting the blame on him at all. But, you know, it was definitely one of the reasons why we lost, there's no doubt. ET1 says, do you think we could trade for Devin White? Maybe. I think his contract's pretty big, isn't it? Right now? How about those Eagles say, hey, Joe, I'm pumped for the season. It is our year. The only problem is Mahomes. I'm not worried about Mahomes. I'm not. You know what's so crazy about that squad? What's so crazy about Patrick Mahomes is he's never dealt with like adversity to where he had a major player not be in the game. You know, the last time like they lost a starter and they lost that game. I think when they faced Tom Brady, the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, when that one lineman ended up getting hurt and they had to switch 2 linemen, that team like fell apart. The Eagles have a rematch this year, you know, in KC, which isn't going to be easy, but we're going to find out what happens. As much as I want that game, to be honest. G says, anyone watched Hall of Fame? I watched a little bit on my computer when I was doing some other work. It was okay. Hall of Fame game sucks. I mean, football is back with the Hall of Fame game, but it's just, I don't know. You're playing at a neutral site, you know? Yeah, it was. It was boring. I watched like, what was it, third quarter to fourth, and I was kind of done after that. And then I rewatched the highlights, and it was like nothing crazy even happened, you know? He says, who would you want, Queen or White, or even both? Have LSU boys back? Why not? I mean, Isaiah Simmons would be another good one, too. He's a nice hybrid guy that can move around the field, which is awesome. But for me, I would love Queen. I mean, he's a lot younger. I think he is younger, a lot younger, isn't he? Or I don't know if they're from the same draft or not. I don't remember. But Tyler says, what do you think of OG Josh Sills being cleared of charges possible more all line depth? I mean, to be honest, I mean, he can come back, but I think the Eagles are pretty good right now. They can always sign somebody else. I think, you have Dennis Kelly that can play both tackle spots and has played guard. Tylersteen could play left tackle, right tackle, has the physicality to play right guard. You got Driscoll that can play right guard, right tackle. Jurgens, center, right guard. Yeah, you got probably the most versatile group of offensive linemen I've seen in a while, to be honest. I think it's the most versatile group. To add more, more the merrier. You know what I mean? So Kelsey must have had a rest day or something today with the first team. So Jurgens started at center. Steen played right guard. And then Jurgens went to right guard with second, or no. So I think Steen went to left tackle with the second team. Dennis Kelly was with the second team, backup left tackle. Now Steen is at left tackle now, his original spot that he came out of college. So Steen's going to be a good player, guys. He's going to be a great player, fantastic player. I really want both these guys to get a lot of reps this year. Kirk says, Joe, do you think Covey has a shot making the team? Oh, 100%. I do. I mean, the return game is interesting. I mean, I don't put too much on Covey, even though Covey was too raw of a player. He's an undrafted free agent. What do you expect from him? What do you expect from Britton Covey? Now, the punt return list was interesting because it was Covey, Quez Watkins, Alamadi Zacchaeus, or Alameda Zacchaeus. Sorry, I keep saying this damn name wrong. And I forgot who else. Now, interesting enough, kick returns, they had A.J. Brown and they had Rashad Penny. I'm not kidding. Go back and look at today's updates. They had both of those guys. Still kind of lost on why. I mean, I don't like Boston Scott on kick returns anyway. I just don't. I really don't. A says pressure is really high on Quez. Any drop ball, and he's going to be blasted and probably traded. No, I mean, I really don't want him to drop anything this year. I mean, Hurts has been just, God, man. Just opportunities, man. Stupid mistakes. Riley says his Quez problem is route running. And some people think that Quez Watkins is a better outside receiver than an inside receiver. I think that's a big problem, too. I think he's a better outside guy than maybe he is an inside guy. But, hey. Dave says, everyone make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate it so much. There's 130 people in the chat right now. If you guys haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Much love to everybody that joined tonight. It's a late night stream today. We got the shakedown tomorrow. We'll have some videos out tomorrow. And we'll get ready for open training camp on Sunday. So, yeah. 8 more days until Eagles have their first preseason game. I'm pretty excited. George Lewis says, Blanken Turtle has me worried he can't cover at safety. Well, he's more of a contact safety. I'm perfectly fine with that. If they put him in good situations where he doesn't have to cover that much, he goes in and makes tackles, I'm perfectly fine with that. Not every safety has to be a coverage guy. There's more of a box safety where he makes tackles and could run. And I think his strong suit is his tackling. I do. I think he covers good ground. I think he makes good tackles, and I'm perfectly fine with that. How are you not worried about home? I'm just because I feel like this team could beat him, dude. A lot of stuff went. I'm not going to go over the Super Bowl because I really just can't talk about it anymore. But I'm just going to say this: a lot of favors went to Casey's hands in that game. Okay, a lot of stupid crap happened in that game. And I don't think it was a fair game in some aspects. I don't care what anybody says. I feel like we got gypped a little bit. We got gypped on our own by our own team, but I feel like there were some outside things that just didn't make any sense going into that game as well. So Nate says maybe Howie's a little gushy after burning picks on Queen. And I mean, what do you mean I'm burning picks on Queen and Chauncey? Well, we haven't traded for Queen at all. So I mean, Chauncey, they signed, they re-signed. I mean, they traded for him and gave up 2 picks and got nothing in return for it. They got a good player at safety for a year. And the plan was to re-sign Chauncey. That was the plan, to re-sign him. And it just couldn't get done. George says, linebacker, we are fine. Dying position. Did you watch last year, bro, of what the linebacker position did for us with guys that can't cover in this league? When you can't cover a tight end, when you can't cover a running back on a wheel route, when you can't cover, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a dying position. It's a huge position. The running back position is a dying position because you don't need to pay $16 million a year for a running back. You don't. You don't need to do it. So, Chris says, I wish Jordan Matthews was born 6 years later. He would have been perfect fit wide receiver in this team. Yeah, Jordan Matthews is great. He's trying to sign to a team right now. How about those Eagles? Says, I think we have a long, bright future. We'll win a ring or 2, could be more. Yeah, I think so too. I think Nick is obviously, Nick is just gut wrenched over that Super Bowl. I think Hurts is obviously with the lock screen of him walking away from with the confetti coming down. I think because most teams that are in Super Bowls now, and then the year after that, most teams take a big dip in production for a few years. And Nick is trying to make sure that does not happen to this team where they're unproductive. So Queen is 23. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Bring Bradham back? No thanks. No thanks. We got Bone Wallace at J6. What up? What's going on, dude? Who's Covey? Punt returner. Soul Bro said, any word or update on Ricks? Is it weird we haven't heard anything? Yeah, I haven't heard anything on Eli Ricks whatsoever. It's been Job, McPherson, a little bit of Josiah Scott. Other than our starters, I mean, that's really been it. Not great. Not great, surprisingly. Dave Bud says, Joey, I heard the Arlo like how Jeff Stoutland talked about Cam Jurgens. He said Jurgens reminds him of Brandon Brooks. Yeah, he said he reminds him of Brandon Brooks because of the footwork. Like, he's a bigger guy. And what was good about Brandon Brooks was he was really quick on his feet for the size player that he was. And, turned him into he was a Texan that really wasn't playing too well, but had a lot, but Jeff Stoutland saw the future of what he could be. And he turned him into a Pro Bowler not too long after that. So Jay says, do you worry about Quez being on kick return or no? I don't want Quez on kick return or punt return. I don't want Devontae Smith on kick return or punt return. I don't want any starters on special teams. I don't. This team needs to figure this out with special teams. I'm sorry, but our returners, I feel like I'm okay with. I'm really okay with Koviak punt return. It's the blocking scheme. The blocking scheme sucks. I don't think he does it right. I don't think he's got the right. And I hate Michael Clay with a passion. I don't like Michael Clay at all. Hertz VFX says, I hope they sign defensive end, linebacker, maybe Deion. Yeah, Deion Jones is available too. Mr. Movie Show says, man, I love this fan base from Northfield, Savannah, Georgia. We were repping the green with the EAGLES Eagles. Got married today. God bless you all. Dude, congratulations, man. Hope the honeymoon goes well. Have a good time, man. You deserve it. Trey says, Swift is a playmaker, but he can't stay on the field when they need pass pro. All indications from camp is he hasn't been too interested in blocking. Well, maybe they don't need him for that, but he can. They can. I mean, just think of it. You could take Quez out of the game, put Swift as a slot receiver. That's how crazy it is. That's how nuts it is right now. Okay. I think he's a fine blocker, dude. Like, he's one of the best. He's a great back. He's only missed 3 games last year, but from so far, we'll see what happens. Big D says, what about Devin Allen? Well, Devin Allen is nursing that calf injury because he does stuff in the offseason. He does the Grand Prix races and hurdles. He does all that stuff that he does for the Olympics during the offseason. And it's a pain in the ass that he does this because he gets hurt. The last Grand Prix he ran a few weeks ago, he ended up hurting his calf. So he's still out. Devin Allen is really behind Britton Covey. Devin Allen and probably Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus is on the punt return depth chart list as well because he's got that burner speed. Devin Allen is one of the most exciting players that would see him actually do something this year and maybe challenge Covey a little bit at, punt returns and stuff like that. So, Jay says, bring Devin Allen, needs to be called up. Yeah, he's hurt. Rome says, come on, bro, that game was fair. I don't think it was fair. No, I don't think that field was in good conditions to play on it. When have you ever seen a field that fucking destroyed by water? I mean, seriously. Why weren't the Eagles contacted before the game saying, oh, make sure, you have extra cleats, or make sure, obviously they were always prepared for that, but that was bullshit. We had no pass rush. 70 sacks for the whole year, and you can't even hit Mahomes one time in a game. And the whole defensive line is slipping all over the place. Every play. I only watched that game 2 times. Okay? Literally 2 other times. So technically 3 times. So, Carlton Roberts says, what's your season prediction? I say 13 wins for the year. Pretty much the same thing as last year. I said if they surprise me more, they win more games. Eli Ricks has been quiet. Nothing. I haven't heard one thing. Yeah, well, obviously, yeah, we lost. It's a loss is a loss at the end of the day. Somebody asked a question. So I just answered it. Howie's unpredictable in a good way, not so good way. Casey fans says, stop blaming refs. You lost. Dude, I did. We did lose. Somebody asked me the question. I answered it. So is what it is. Mark Hickman says, hey, Joey, what running back do you see us keeping? I really want to sign DeAndre Swift. I really do, man. I understand they don't want to sign running backs, but I'm sorry, but 24 years old, and I'm telling you, if he is healthy this year, I mean, I'm not even just saying rushing, but all purpose with receiving, he's going to be over 1,000 yards easy. No joke. That's the one player I want to keep going into next season. Because Gainwell will still be here. His contract is going down a little bit. He's only got, a couple years left? I mean, you got to figure that out, too. Terrence says, I have a good feeling about Ellis. Dude is big and quick. As soon as – pause. As soon as he came on the special teams, pause. He was smashing people. Pause again. Holy crap. That's a huge pause. And, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he's making really good tackles. I hear he's doing a good job. So, we'll see. I don't know what his coverage has looked like in training camp. I haven't heard much about the coverage. But ever since he got the first team, he's been stuck there. And obviously, Nakobe Dean's not playing, so he's going to get first licks pretty easy. Pause. I got to pause so much tonight. Hurd says, need them to get a linebacker. Needs Sirianni to keep coaching hard because, as you said, can't let up. No, yeah, he can't. He's more – it's a different year. I think because of that Super Bowl and because of what happened and all that crazy stuff, I think Nick Sirianni is a more firm coach this year. I think he's a little bit more strict this year. I think Nick Sirianni has a little bit of a fire under him, and I think Hurts does too. Hurts always does. I can't even question that at all. Tyler says, prediction, if it's been between Penny and Sermon, you take Sermon because he's longer. I'm longer. What am I doing, man? He's younger and healthier. Pause. Goddamn. Sermon's had a fantastic camp. He had one fumble. In camp. He could pass protect. He can go out and receive passes. He's a dual threat running back in a lot of ways. You could use him, but I would use him north and south between the tackles, honestly. I only used him twice last year. And they talk all this great stuff about him, but he had a good camp last year. Had a really good, a late camp, really. Had a good camp this year. So far, he's doing pretty good. Besides the fumble, he's been playing pretty well. Would they actually get rid of Penny? I think the only way Sermon's going to make the roster if Penny gets hurt. I think that's the only way it's going to happen. That's just me, though. Bones says Max is playing me, making me nervous already. I know. I mean, one of us needs to cut off our own toe and like donate that shit. That's what we got to do. We have to donate our own toe to him. That's what we got to do. Job is our future. Now, I heard that Job is the future. I've heard that the Eagles think Kaylee Ringo is going to be the next future corner for the Eagles. Once Slay leaves, that's what I'm hearing, and that's a big if that happens. But how about those Eagles? I can't wait to see Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith get rolling game day. Holy shit! I know, dude. I know. I can't wait to see actually if Jalen Carter is actually going to start next to Jordan Davis. Just imagine that. I think Davis is going to be immediate impact. I really do. I think Nolan Smith, they've been using Nolan Smith at outside linebacker the past couple days, even a few days of training camp already. They love him at outside linebacker. They're showing, because he has so much more athleticism than he's got so much athleticism, like no joke. Looks fantastic. I think having Nolan Smith at outside linebacker, you can use him as like a Micah Parsons type, linebacker where you can have him just hunt the line to scrimmage, line up wherever he wants and just do damage. That's what I want him to do, and I think he can do that. If George says, not going to lie, I'm starting to get concerned about our linebacker safeties can be hidden with good cornerback play, but bad linebackers get exposed immediately. Yeah, 100%, because they can line up their best receiver in the slot, and that's it. It'll be done. So, yeah, Joe's been doing a good job. He has. The Patriots, after they got beat by the Giants, took them by 7 years to find their mojo. Kirk says, respectfully, I'm done with Quez. Have never seen him do anything. People talk him up after year. He's not a bad receiver at all. I think he's actually a really good receiver. It's just he's had his hiccups here and there. That's all. Jason, what's your problem with the team? Strong safety, special teams, linebacker. Safety, I don't really have an issue with safety. We just have to let the competition play out with Sidney Brown and the rest of the guys. Special teams is just bad. It's the worst. It's the worst on our team right now. So that's just the truth. And linebacker's a glaring hole right now. There's no depth. Behind the Kobe Dean and, hopefully Christian Ellis is as hyped up as advertised by whoever's watching him, these beat writers watching him at practice, because other than that, Nicholas Morrow hasn't done much. Davion Taylor hasn't done much. It's been really quiet. Oh, Deion Jones signed with the Panthers. I didn't know that. But he said the only Eagles really think it could possibly get me true love would be the Slayer logo. Cowboys for Life says Hurts, a running back. Dak Prescott owns you, little bro. Oh, man. Well, we're about to find out this year. If last year didn't show you how good Hurts is, I don't know why, but this is the last leg for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The next 2 seasons, if he doesn't show up to these next 2 years, he's gone. And that's just the truth. What is Mike McCarthy going to do? Is he going to run the football more, pass the ball more? Just be intellectual with your comment, dude, because honestly, it doesn't work on me. Hurts says, my bad, but Miles Jack and Rashaan Evans are there. Big Richard says, 0 chance Allen makes the roster? Yeah, if he stays hurt this long, yeah, probably. John Jones, hey, Joey, how's it going? Great job. Keep the good work. Appreciate it, John, so much, man. He says, yeah, Michael Clay got rewarded with a goddamn pay rate. Yeah, I don't know why. That still confuses me. I don't know. The reason why I hate Michael Clay is because he's part of that Chip Kelly's the reason why Michael Clay is a coach in the league. That's the only reason why I really dislike him too much. And I want that bloodline gone from this team. I don't want nothing to do with that man. Artificial of the track. What's going on, dude? He says, Joey, it happened. I just have to move the B more, and I'm going to the game. I'll be looking at the bet. Dude, happy for you, man. Definitely, if you guys have any video you want to send me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't. Or X, whatever the fuck, this is looking like now. If you guys haven't followed me on X, let me know. If you guys haven't followed me there. Let me put up hold on. Yeah, my other Twitter account got suspended because I said something bad, and then I don't really care, but that's what happened. There is the Twitter if you guys want to follow me on there. I'm just trying to build it back up. Sally says Jalen has more Super Bowl appearances than Tony Romo and Dak Prescott combined. Mahomes, stop with the Mahomes was on one leg, dude. That's not even true, bro. That's such a bullshit comment. So stupid. Stop with the Eagle fan shouldn't even be saying that. Everybody knows he wasn't hopping on one fucking leg. You know that's not true. Come on now. You played cupcake schedule with frauds. Oh, we've all played a pretty easy schedule last year. I thought the Giants had the easiest schedule, to be honest. We had the second easiest. I think the Giants had the easiest one, but it wasn't. It's a tougher schedule this year for all teams. Cowboys don't have an easy schedule this year either. Everybody has a tough schedule. So it's not going to matter regardless, because it's going to be like if the Cowboys play this team and we play the same team, who scores more points against them? It's the dumbest shit of fights I've ever seen in my life on Twitter, like guys going back and forth over stupid shit every single day. We don't play you guys till week 9, and I don't care. I don't care. Not to say lost, the worst loss in franchise history. John says, did anyone hear one of that Cowboys suspended from PEDs? Who? I forgot who it is. Philly says, Cowboys pretty much played the same teams last year. That's what I'm saying. I think we just played a couple easier teams, but still was a pretty similar schedule. Nate says, remember how dusty week 4 or whatever, they flooded it, so it became silt and gumbo. US term. It was a dumb local that they wanted to feature that stadium. Vegas will be better. My jersey should be here shortly. I got mine already. I'm waiting to open it up tonight. Do a little review on it. Jay says, I heard the players at halftime are changing their cleats because of how mad the Super Bowl field. Yeah, they changed their cleats 3 times. 3 times. Why would you change your cleats 3 times? Blink Keller Green said, what up, Joey? Somehow I got this notification late. That's what YouTube does, bro. That's how YouTube is. It's unfortunate, but Rome says Josh Huff was our last lethal return man. Josh Huff was great. Really, we haven't had good special teams since 2015. 2015 is the last year we had good special teams. Last year. The last year in 2015. Darren Sproles, Josh Huff. Savage says, Cowboys like a busted Volvo just sitting in the driveway for 30 years, but man, when it used to run, it was great way back in the day. Ron said, I think Quez is going to have a really good year. Dude, I feel good. You know, he's doing good things at camp, but we've seen him play good at camp. Like, can he get this done in a game? I'm rooting for him. You know what I mean? I hope he can, man. I'm hoping he really can. Artie Ville says, I remember a dude named J.R. Reed. I used to love how he returned kicks for us. J.R. Reed. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. That pause thing dies hard. It does not. It's still alive and well. John says, Joey, I may get a Kelly Green jersey, either Nolan Smith or Hassan Reddick. Get both. Shit, why not? I think Sermon's gone as well. I just think they really do like they like Rashad Penny. Penny's interesting because, you know, he only played 5 games last year, but he says the health department is really taking care of him with his weight. You know, I think when he said he was in Seattle, he was 235 to 233 to 237, something like that. He's trying to get himself down to 225. Feels really good. Feels lighter on his feet. And could be a crucial third down back. I don't know how they're going to use him, but I'm excited, man. I think this would blow 2017. Pause. I think this would blow. This running back core would really blow out the 2017 running back core out of the water. No joke. Cohen said, I want Eagles versus Chiefs for a rematch in Vegas. It would be nice. John said, how many more days till training camp is done? I've got a few 4 weeks. I think we got, 4 weeks left, I think. Big D said, what about Gainwell? He definitely shouldn't have gotten more carries in Super Bowl. Well, they all should have got more carries. They didn't. I think they all had, 48 to 53 yards combined. It wasn't much. Sanders only had 7 carries. Sanders is complaining that he's not getting more of an opportunity in the Super Bowl and almost fumbled the damn ball for another easy scoop and score. That was a huge problem. Danny says, Joey, what are your thoughts on moving Nolan Smith to linebacker? I love it. I absolutely love it. As much as I want to be selfish and have him as a pure edge rusher all year, I absolutely love him being an outside linebacker because they can use him like a Micah Parsons type linebacker where they could put it, they could haunt him on the side. They could do so much with him. They could put him in the gap and they could make these quarterbacks real nervous. Let him be disruptive. Let him pick his side. Let him pick a weak point. I'm fine with that. Let him use that athleticism that he has for pass coverage and for shooting the gap. No joke. I think it's perfect, honestly. I think it's perfect. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Tanner says Ringo on Job Duo. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's Ringo and Job are the top two corners behind our starters right now. And I would say Zach McPherson and Josiah Scott for the nickel spot. John says, Danny, I can see him moving. Donnie, I can see him moving to linebacker, Mr. Smith. Big D says Reddick is the mentor and he's been singing his praises. Yeah, he's another guy that's like going to have a monster year. Art says Matt Collins looking like he might be one that got away. Yeah, I saw he was doing pretty. What is he? Is he still in Miami right now? I saw some really good highlights of him from camp. Yeah, I mean, some guys are late bloomers, dude. Like it's maybe at the time. I mean, the one thing I'll say in 2017, like every time Matt Collins had a chance, he ran away with it. Every time he got the ball in his hands, he always got us a first down. He always did a good job. Ron said, I think Swift is going to become a fanfare. The Philly kid coming home to showcase his best season yet. I mean, come on now. And he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. And he's pissed off. And that's even better, man. A pissed off DeAndre Swift is going to be a better player for us. That passing game, that's what Brian Johnson is doing. He's going to open this playbook so much more, man. Matt Swift has never been with a mobile quarterback in his career since high school. That's how crazy it's been. Like, no joke. Kobe and Ringo or the future? You mean Job? Job and Ringo? Kobe? Or are you just calling him Kobe because his name is Job? Oh, okay. You got it. Okay. Donovan McTrash guy. Rob Townsend says, how can our entire team be so good? Then you get to our special teams, which is the hated stepchild. Yeah, that's what it seems like, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Like, you have the worst special teams coach, the worst punter. And I'm not going to put too much on Covey. Covey was thrown into the fire as an undrafted free agent, okay? And they should have instead of moving him up to their active roster 3 times to have him, be this prime starter, they should have moved up Devin Allen one game or just, kind of experimented during the season a little bit. We were winning games. We had no trouble. We were fine, and Aaron Sipos is just so bad, man. I want Legatron to take this over, man. Tyler Zentner, his name is. Let's see here. Joey supports genocide confirmed. What? But he said, think about the Chargers of all teams. They played better playoff record than Dallas. Yeah, they actually have. And they're choker. I have one good friend. One of my best friends is a diehard Chargers fan, and they choke all the damn time. So I get it. Alex Singleton, no. No. I think he's on the Denver Broncos, but definitely not happening. Just say Twitter, not X, is so stupid. I know. Giants going 10-7? Maybe. 10 games, really? You think they make 10 games this year? I don't know, dude. There's nothing on that. There's nothing in that offense that scares me. Saquon Barkley's the only one that does anything. And if that offensive line can block for him, great. If that offensive line is going, I mean, that offensive line, it got a little bit better this year, but it's not at its full potential yet. I'm not afraid of Cole Beasley, Waller, Shepard, Slayton. I mean, there's nothing in that wide receiver core that scares me. You pay your quarterback all that money, and you don't put any good weapons around him. I don't know why you don't make a trade for. I don't know why you don't try to make a signing or make a play for Hopkins, or you try to make a big move for a big trade that you need like a number. They don't have a number one receiver. They really don't. Commanders going 4-13. How else Eagles says Cowboys fans still realize we're better in their franchise than Shambles jelly of us. That's why they are the Eagles live, because they're scared. Danny says the way Cowboy fans talk highly of Dak would think you'd made it to the Super Bowl at least once. Clearly Hurts is better in his top 10 of the top 10 players. Dak never top 10. Kelsey Never Live says Dak Prescott dropped 40 on your so-called elite defense. Get it together. But dude, like that's all you care about though. Like it doesn't, I don't even care. Like we were in the Super Bowl. I don't even care about that. See, you guys deal with the whole Cowboys-Eagles rivalry bullshit, who scores how many points, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, what did the Cowboys do? They lost against a 7th-round running quarterback. Your defense played lights out. The Cowboys defense played lights out against the 49ers. And guess what Dak did? He fucking choked the game. Did absolutely nothing. So I don't know. Cowboys fans, all they care about is winning the NFC East and beating the Eagles twice. I mean, that's really all. And that's all they're going to amount to, I guess. I guess that's all they care about. So Sally says Cowboys had the same schedule. Cowboys for life. Doesn't watch football. He's here for attention. Well, that's obvious, dude. Come on now. Justice Joey my Hurts jersey and Jalen Carter jersey should be here. Dude, I'm happy for you. Cowboys for life sounds retarded. Guess it's not surprising. He's a land says Cowboys had a Kobe schedule, didn't win the division. Alan says, what up, Joey? I'm good, man. I'm good. Big D says Jalen Reagor, believe it or not, showed flashes as a return man, but that's about it. Yeah, well, Greg Ward as well. I thought Greg Ward showed flashes, but it just didn't amount to much of anything. Once Jalen Reagor had that first touchdown on punt returns, that was it. Barrett says return game doesn't matter. It's the punting that makes the difference. We have a choker with, with a choker with SpongeBob legs. It's not all on Covey, though. That's what you guys don't get. It's not all on him. It's a lot more than that. It's the blocking scheme. It's who he has at certain positions to make these blocks for Covey. I thought Covey got significantly better middle to end of the year, but we'll see. Ron said Hurts is an all-pro. Dak is not. Rob said this Cowboys fan Spanish chat has not sent a single comment about spelling errors for Cowboys fan, if you ask me. John says you get a player from Michigan that got blown off the football. Larry says, I definitely think that the backfield is better than our Super Bowl backs. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I think it blows it right out of the water. I do. And you're younger too, which is awesome. You're really young. How old is Rashad Penny? He's got to be like what, 20? What is he, 25, 26? I don't even know. Who's our oldest running back right now? Put Gainwell and Scott could easily get lost in the lineup. If not Chiefs, I say Eagles versus Bengals. Could be interesting. Tanner McKee, I see starting QB. Imagine. Margaret says, "What's gonna on the Greedy Williams? Greedy Williams has been very grabby. Apparently, he's been holding a lot. Been playing at nickel, play on the outside. He's been holding a lot, so hasn't looked great. I was excited for him. I don't know if he's gonna last. I don't know if he's really gonna last. That's the big issue I have with him right now. Portrait plants. I like the lineup: Swift, Penny, and Gainwell. BC Swift is also behind a much better offensive. Well, yeah, it's going to help tremendously. If you can get to the second level every time, then yeah, it's going to help like crazy. Yo, Suo, what's going on, dude? Let's see here. Obviously, the Giants did nothing to improve their roster. I mean, they got Saquon back. I mean, that's like their only threat that I worry about. And if their offensive line falls apart, which it got a little bit better, but not by much, I don't know. I think the Giants have a really good coaching staff, but like the decisions they've made when it comes to like acquiring players, like what are they doing? They have a good tight end if healthy. They don't have a number one receiver. I mean, you're relying on Daniel Jones and you know, it's just not going to work out. Richard, which Eagles player would make the best Jason Friday the 13th movie? What do you mean by which Eagles player would make the best Jason? Oh, to play as Jason? I don't know, actually. It depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for somebody that's like the Rob Zombie Halloween, where you have like a gigantic 7-foot tall Michael Myers, just depends on how you look at it. I don't know, actually. That's a good question, to be honest. I mean, might sound like a stupid question, but for me, it's a great question. Jason says, who's your sleeper team, Joey? Might have to go to the Bears. Sleeper team for this year, I would say the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like their wide receivers. I think with Deontay Jones. I think with obviously that running back, that what's his name? God, I haven't like looked at that roster in so long. Oh, they have Jones at wide receiver. They have a good Kenny Pickett. Looks like he's looking really good right now. I think Pittsburgh is definitely one of the sleepers this year. I think offensively they could score a lot of points this year. So we will see. Najee Harris. Thank you. I keep forgetting. I haven't looked at that roster in so long. Let me skip ahead real quick. Yeah, Darren Waller's good, but he's a good tight end, but they're talking about a tight end, like their tight end is their number one receiver right now. Literally. Giants definitely have a good coaching staff, but they can only do so much. Well, they don't have a good. I don't know. I guess their GM is not good. I don't know. They're not aggressive. They're definitely not aggressive. They think they have a team that can make it, maybe, but they don't. They should have got rid of a lot of players. They should have hit the reset button when they pay. Like, look, if you want to pay Daniel Jones, fine, but hit the reset button after that and try to acquire some players for him. Jagan Witt says, we did so good against the Giants in the playoffs. We scored over 100 points in 3 games. I mean, just owned. Jay says, Giants on Waller, they're depending on him to stay healthy. Yeah, I get it, but that's if. And he's your best. That's your best receiver right now. Yeah, the Jags should be good too. Yeah, Jags should be really good this year. Really good. Yeah, Calvin Ridley looks really good too, man. A year off from the gambling situation, he looks really good. Do you think the Bears are a sleeper or no? I mean, I don't. Dude, does everyone think the Bears are a sleeper? Like, are they really a sleeper though? Because they're getting hyped up pretty good right now. I don't think a lot of teams are talking about. I think a lot of reporters are talking about the Bears being good this year. I don't think it's technically a sleeper team. I think a lot of reporters think the Bears are going to play really well. You know? Jalen Hyatt starts at wide. Yeah, but is he going to be? That's the thing. Like everyone, like Hyatt might be a good player in the future, but is he ready this year? Like, is he actually ready? He's having a pretty good camp, but is he like? I don't know. I think that's what's going to depend on it. Logan says, Joey, I can't wait until the Eagles' first preseason. Dude, me too. I'm pretty pumped, dude. I'm pumped. Could the Eagles actually lose against the Jets this year for the first time in history? I hope not. That That Jets team is either going to fall apart quickly or I don't know. We're going to find out, though. That's just purgatory. The moves that they made is just plain purgatory. Like, you trade for an old-ass quarterback that apparently is still good, if he is, still has something left. That's NFL purgatory, bro, going for an old quarterback just to try to get a Super Bowl within a couple years. It's like they just said, fuck it. We're not going to build a team. Let's just get Aaron Rodgers. Let him give us a list of the receivers he wants and cater to him. Like that's all they've done is cater to this man. I don't know. Chris says Seattle is going to be the biggest threat. I think they take the way. JSN looks really good. Tyler said, I just want to see all the young depth we have. Can't wait, especially on defense. So this is all my best friends are Giants fans. Yeah, well, some of mine are too. So I'm with you on that. Johnson, I want to see Mr. Carr and Mr. Smith go off in preseason. We'll see. See how much playing time they get. I mean, I would think Nolan Smith will get some playing time. Carter will get some playing time, probably. Obviously, all the older veterans, probably not. Probably going to see a lot of Josh Jobe, a lot of Keely Ringo, Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott at cornerback. We're going to see a lot of guys. Big Rich says, by the look of our defense, we should go 6 linemen, 5 corners every play. Set the trend. Poor Play said, remember when the Birds play the NFC West Division and we'll travel plenty. Yeah, it's going to be an issue too. Super Bowl or bust for the Jets 2 years to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if they get Dalvin Cook, that might be a little bit more intriguing. I mean, he's been at their practice. He's been in New York. He wants a lot of money, though. That's like a problem. But the Jets have been rebuilding and drafting and just having bad draft picks, bad signings. Every player that they signed to a big contract a few years ago was like literally hurt. It's crazy. Yo, I'm Jim. What's going on, dude? Hope you're having a good night. John says, I could see the Jets being 1 to 2 years away from the Super Bowl. We play the Dolphins. Will Ramsey be back? No, he won't. He's having surgery. He's having surgery on his knee. Ramsey won't be there. I know they the Dolphins, sorry, Rams. What did I just say? Rams? I don't know what I said. Ramsey. Yeah. So Ramsey, yeah, he's missing like 4 to 6 weeks. They won't have him. That's the game we wear the Kelly Green jerseys. At home. We play the whole AFC East. Yes. AFC East is crazy this year. I know. It's going to be nice. You see, I want whoever we can beat, just get it done. That's all that matters. That's all that's all. I don't care how we beat a team. Obviously, I'm going to nitpick at things because as a content creator, I got to be nitpicky at things. That's just what it is. What could get better? Portbat says Horo killed it again this season with nice draft picks and trades. Basie says I have Miami winning the division. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, they could be they're loaded, man. They have the offense to score a lot of points. The Biscuit says go Philly Bull Eagles. Definitely, dude. Easy one says, are you scared of Bills? I'm not, especially at home. No, not really. I mean, they have a great offense, but I think we need to stop worrying about other teams. I understand like there's good teams we're facing this year, but they got to worry about us, man. They got to worry about us. It'll be a good game. There's no doubt. That's week 12, right? Against the Bills. Jason, I love the Harris because they say we play the Mickey Mouse schedule. We play the teams. Yeah, I mean, we have no control over that. So what? We're not supposed to win? I mean, that's, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Lois, I want to sweep Dallas Cowboys so bad because they make my family mad because they're all oh God, man. I feel bad for you, bro. Well, at least you're holding it down for the Philadelphia Eagle fans and the family, so that's good. That's good. Got Trey 265 says chances that Max plays some safety this year. If he's healthy, I think he can fit in the big nickel, even though they haven't used him that way in camp. No, it probably won't happen. They did that a long time ago when McLeod was injured, and then they put him in his rookie year, and he played pretty well, but I don't think they'll ever do that. We were asking for that for a while, and they never did it, so I doubt they're going to do it now. Carlson, I can see us beating the Bills. Dolphins may catch us slipping, but hope I'm wrong. Yeah, Tua's got to stay healthy. That's true. Basically said, my dad's a fan of the Eagles since the 40s. We moved to Georgia when I was 10, so UGA and Philly it is. Damn, you got lucky then, right? You got lucky. Yeah, cross-training Ringo to safety would be great. I mean, I would love to do that. He would be a nice contact safety for us. So Alex says, how confident are you in what the team? I'm very confident. I feel very good. I'll be the open practice. Dude, take videos. If you guys have videos, send me videos. My Twitter, if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, click the link in the live chat and just give me a follow on there if you want to, guys. If you have any questions about anything or you want to send me stuff, questions, anything, just DM me on there and I'll answer you. I'm always on Twitter, so. John says, Joe, do you think the Eagles are going to win every game this season? No, it never happens that way. I don't want this team to be undefeated. It's way too much pressure. Way too much pressure. You always want to win every game, but you got to be realistic too. How confident are you guys in our new DC? I feel good. I believe what he's saying. I feel like he creates good ways to get pressure on quarterbacks. As a quality control guy for a few years under Vic Fangio and was a Vic Fangio disciple and then became the coordinator for the Bears in 21. And with less talent, he was more creative and he did a good job. Obviously against the run, he didn't do great. He was bottom 10 against the run, but top 10 against the pass, top 5 in sacks. He blitzes at 22.6% rate. So it's pretty good. I believe that he knows how to use every player. That's what he's doing now. It's early in production right now. So Rollins says, and being honest, I don't think Edmonds is an upgrade over Chauncey. I know he can't say anything about it, just saying he's been very underwhelming. No, I don't think Edmonds is an upgrade. I think he's a nice stopgap player, but I think you could move him in the box and have him as run support. You do some things with him, but these corners have to make a difference this year. Like Bradbury and Slay have to really be used the right way this year, and I feel like the safeties will flourish because of that. I don't think Edmonds is an upgrade at all. I don't. So he's the ones that I can't wait till 2023 excuse cupcake schedule. We didn't play anyone BS Joe. Well, this year they really can't say much about anything. So that means he saw Steve Van Buren, greatest running back in NFL history. Yeah, from the 40s, probably. Yes, I will be streaming the Ravens. I will be streaming the Ravens-Eagles preseason game. Yes. I will be streaming every preseason game and every game during the season. So new schedule for the week. So what we're going to do is Saturday, Philly Shakedown. Sunday, we're going to stream the game. Sunday night, Philly Shakedown. Monday, I'm going to stream by myself. Wednesday, it's the Steaks and Shakes podcast with Tom Steaks. So we have our new podcast. We just did an episode last week. So every Wednesday, you guys are going to have a stream as well. Me and Tom will be streaming every Wednesday. So we're adding in another podcast during the week. So just want to add more content to the week and, put out about 2 videos a day. We'll be ready to go. We'll be ready to go. John says Jalen Carter going to eat. So it was the rest of the defense. Garrett says, did you see Philly Fire pictures got leaked on what? No, don't say crap like that. So it's his thoughts on Nolan playing off-ball linebacker. I'd rather have him. Yeah, but you know what, dude? He's got just like the Biscuit said. Nolan brings speed. Yeah, that's the reason why. Because I feel like you're underutilizing him by making him just a pure edge rusher. Trust me, I was kind of selfish myself, but I think having him as either an outside linebacker or dropping him into coverage as a defensive end. What he can do is like how Micah Parsons does at linebacker, where he could literally like hunt on that line to scrimmage and haunt quarterbacks and be very disruptive. Trust me, you're pretty deep at defensive end right now, and I think you can compensate for Nolan Smith being as an outside linebacker for this team. I'm telling you, it's going to get us a lot of sacks this year, and it's going to make quarterbacks afraid, especially if you want to put Nolan Smith as a linebacker and then already have, Hassan Reddick and Graham on the edge. I mean, just look how much you got there. It's gonna be nuts. I totally understand Suo on that comment. I totally understand 100%. But he's got way too much athleticism to just be a pure edge rusher this year. Way too much. Twizdigga says, Gabriel, you on his OnlyFans for a squat cobbler? According to Desai himself, it's about adapting to player strengths. Yeah, not setting your players up to fail. That's the number one thing. So I believe everything he's saying, but like I said, like I got to see it to believe it. I gotta see it all. How can you have a cupcake schedule in the NFL? No such thing. I mean, you can lose easily every week. You can easily look what happened. Like we got back from our bye week, we faced the Colts, and we won by 1 point. And they weren't a great team. You know what I mean? So they just fired their head coach prior to that week. It's just that's what happens. That's what happens. If Slay didn't come back, we'd be screwed. Yeah. That we would have been, maybe our draft would have changed a little bit differently. Maybe we would have drafted a cornerback in the front. I don't know. Well, you said, how are people not scared about special teams? Like, what are the promising acquisitions on special teams that make you confident? I don't know. There's nothing really confident about it. It's pretty bad. When I say something, trust me, I'm very realistic with things. Like, if something's really bad, I'm going to say it's bad. I'm not just going to go with the trend of what everyone's saying. Like, if this player sucks or this coach sucks, I'm going to say sucks. Pause. John says, did anyone watch Hall of Fame inductee Philly Joe Klecko made? Isn't he a Philly native? Klecko? I don't even know, to be honest. They say, what's your reaction to Niners fans make excuse for winning an NFC champ game? I don't care. They're as bad as their players are. Professional guys that make millions of dollars and they complain as much as they do. I hope we shoot him. I honestly hope I shoot him. I hope we kick him in the mouth again. I really do. Ron says, you still think Jalen Carter is going to start next to Davis? I hope so, bro. I want to see Carter bad. Yeah, I want Jalen Carter next to Davis start of the season. I think he will. I'm hoping so. Then Fletcher Cox. I don't know what time. What time is that game next week? Let me see. 7 p.m. August 12th. 7 p.m. Okay. You got the Ravens August 12th at 7 p.m. Why does the schedule look really weird? The Browns August 17th at 7:30 p.m. You have the Colts August 24th, 8 p.m. And then that's it. And then we wait like a week and a half. And then we play the New England Patriots at the Gillette Stadium. We only have, 3 1:00 games? We have a 1:00 against the Commanders October 1st. A 1:00 against the Commanders again October 29th. And a 1:00 December 31st against the Cardinals at home. Jonathan Gannon coming to Philadelphia. Every other game is primetime or mid-afternoon. which kind of sucks because I really like to play early and get everything done. It's always a long night for me, at least, when it's a late game, which kind of sucks. So that's how that goes. Basically, he says the size actually sounds like he has personality. That's positive. Well, personality, and he actually has a freaking brain. I mean, he actually knows football. I'm glad we're getting somebody that has somewhat defensive coordinator experience and has learned under one of the best coordinators in the game right now in Vic Fangio. So, do you think Joseph Nada makes the team? I don't know, man. Like I like him. Like he actually had his first touchdown today, and then I think the other day he had a catch. You know, it's probably not going to be enough. I mean, got to see more from him. He's not fast. He's got he's like the same size as AJ Brown. He's just a little slower. He's not that fast. His 50-50 ball catching pause is really good. Contested catching is fantastic with Nada. Like him a lot for that regard. And that's the guy they paid the most money to. So they brought a lot of big receivers, actually. John says, what position is Nada play? Top dog. They trying to give Jalen Hurts an earful at the end of the team's 2-minute offense. Hurts was short of marker, and he walked off the field. The rest of his teammates here on the main issue was. That's fine, dude. I mean, I heard Jalen Hurts did push-ups when he got yelled at today. Jake Elliott's the best guy in special teams, Joey. I totally agree. With that. Garoppolo's with the Vegas Raiders. Mark Hughes says the poll had more people scared of linebacker position than our special teams. Let's check this poll out, actually. Thanks for saying that because I didn't even check it at all. So it said, what position are you more worried about? We have 172 votes. Safety is 29%. Linebacker is 55%. And special teams is 16%. So linebacker is the top choice right now. Linebacker is the top choice. Charles Craig says Penny as a kick punt return man. Yeah, I don't know. That kind of confused me. Maybe they feel like he's got the, maybe they feel, I mean, look, in open space, he's great. He's fantastic. But do you really want him to do double duty? Like, we're trying to keep this man healthy, and we're gonna put him at 2 full-time positions at running back. Well, not full-time, but he'll be in rotation with the running backs. Do you really want to put him in as a kick returner? Crazy. Biz, I can believe you guys have both Carter and Davis. Big D says, I hope we beat San Francisco worse this time, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won the rematch. They'll act like it's their Super Bowl. We got Aiden Wanigan. What's going on, Aiden? What's going on, man? Basically, how many carries is DeAndre Swift going to get per game? I don't know. I mean, I would think I'd say between maybe 16 to 19, 16 to 18 carries, maybe. Depends if the distribution of the football. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. To be honest, I'm not even sure. To be honest. Could Jalen Carter win Rookie of the Year? Yeah, maybe. Might be a little bit of a long shot, but we'll see. JB says, wouldn't risk Penny's health like it. It was probably for fun or something. That's what So I'm thinking too. He says something because AJ was catching punts too. I think it was. I had to say, like, the Penny thing I could probably believe a little bit more than AJ because Penny's a running back. He could run. I get it. Like, that would probably make more sense, but the AJ Brown shit was just weird. Gustavo Mez says, do you believe we have Super Bowl rematch this year? Yeah, I do. It's a week NFC this year. Eagles got to take care of their own business on the schedule. We just got to take it week by week. See what happens. Joey says, Penny had 7 touchdowns on kick return in college. Yeah, well, I know he was a kick returner in college, but he hasn't played kick returner in the NFL yet, I don't think. So I don't care what he did in college. college is college, you know. So we'll see. Charles said would love to see more screenplays this year. Which, I didn't like the screen game with friggin' Devontae Smith. I really didn't. It worked. Rarely did it work. I didn't like the screen game with Devontae Smith. Dallas Goedert tight end screens are fine. Like I don't care about those too much because he obviously can bruise by guys pretty quickly and actually carry some guys on his back for a few more extra yards. The shit with Devontae Smith on the screen game, I really didn't like that much because you touch Devontae Smith, it's over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it's been. So hopefully, with DeAndre Swift, 100%. Wheel routes. I mean, they could do so much with him, man. On the checkdowns, God. I'm more excited about DeAndre Swift in this offense than any other player on this team. I don't know why. I think because he's so great. It's such a low-risk, high-reward move, 24 years old. Only missed 3 games last year, but man is going to be the focal point, chip on his shoulder, just back to Philly, back home with a mobile quarterback. It's going to be – it's going to keep defenses on their heels. Like, they're not going to know what hit him. Chip says, Joey, I know Patrick Queen is available at Miles Jack. Who is good safety? Who is available? Any thoughts? Jeremy Chin is still available. Adrian Amos, I think, is still available. I mean, they're trying to trade for a top quality safety right now. Apparently, that's the rumors right now. They're trying to trade for a high quality safety. That's what we heard so far. They didn't sign Chauncey till late in the offseason, very late. I think right after preseason, like right before the season started, they traded for him. The Quest screens were a little bit better than the Devontae Smith screens. That was just, I think it worked better with him, but I still didn't like it that much. Gannon's teams. Imagine if Gannon's defense sacks Hurts like 9-10 times. I mean, to be honest, guys, looking at the schedule by that time, and that's week what? 12, 11, I don't know what week that is, but that week is December 3rd, 2023 at 4:25. We might be resting guys by that time. I mean, that's what we say every year, and then Hurts got hurt at the wrong time, and we had to rely on Gardner Minshew for 2 games, and he was god-awful. God-awful. JB says, any updates or news on Nakobe and Bradbury's injuries? Well, Nakobe Dean has an ankle injury day-to-day. Bradbury has a groin injury day-to-day. So both of them probably will not practice Sunday. Most likely not. Probably after that they will. Maybe a few days. We'll see. Biscuit says, better D-line now or Jerome Brown, Clyde Simmons, Reggie White. You're probably too young. Yeah, I wasn't alive, so I couldn't tell you. I'm only 33, so. Born in 1990. Yeah, Chin was definitely a pick that we dropped. So, as Jerome, Clyde, and Reggie is too early to debate whether it's defense better than the 90. Yeah, you have to let it play out too. You can't just. I mean, you could get all excited about it, but you can't really put it against each other right now. We haven't seen Nolan Smith play. We haven't seen Jalen Carter play at all. So now see Jordan Davis needs like a monster second year this year, like badly needs it. Week 17. Todd said, I think they should hand the ball off to Quez and utilize that speed. Is not a fan of the fact that we play Arizona so damn late in the season. Yeah, I mean, we might still be fighting for a spot. Maybe. I don't know. Might have clinched a playoff spot, but seeding wise, who knows? Depends how good the Cowboys play too, and Washington, but we'll see. Chip says, Joey, imagine this. Jalen Hurts, our elite line. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, DeAndre Swift, Quez Watkins. How can anyone stop? Yeah, I don't know. The QB sneak, I mean, the read option, the RPOs, Hurts extending plays with his feet, the checkdowns. I mean, it's defense going to have to pick their poison with this offense because you can't cover 2 guys. You just can't do it, especially if DeAndre Swift has one-on-one 9 out of 10 times. He makes the first guy miss and multiple guys miss, and he's got those home run hitter legs that he has. Pause. But you know what I mean. But you see Reggie White and Brown would have had it mad as hell not having an opportunity to play with Jalen Hurts. Chip said DeAndre Swift is a dual threat. It's ridiculous in this offense. It's going to make you forget about Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was good, but he wasn't that good as everyone thought he was. Like, I think Miles Sanders was always a good player, but he was never a great player. I don't think he was ever a great player. His really only 2 good years were his rookie year and the last year he just played, really. I think Dallas will either be right up our ass or ahead of us. It says, send a tweet. The card's already stinking. Biz says, good evening, folks. Go Eagles, go Dogs. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. There's no doubt about it. Definitely an interesting time. So I'm pretty excited. These guys are so annoying. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Here's a question I have with this training camp going on. Why does every team in the NFL, most of these teams, have highlights of everything that's going on? Like, they're showing full plays. The Eagles are showing, like, they showed one play between A.J. Brown and James Bradbury going against each other, and there was a nice contested catch by A.J. Brown. Ended up getting it. No push off, no nothing. I don't get that. I don't get why they do that shit. It's kind of annoying. Big D says Sanders was very good, but replaceable. Most running backs are these. Yeah, I mean, that's why they don't put money into it. As much as I wanted Bijan Robinson's having a God, it's great. He looks fantastic. By the way, just saying, he looks great. How's the weight loss, Joey? It's good, man. It's good. I lost 22 pounds already in a month and a half. So I feel good. I'm slipping. Trying to get the arms, just trying to look a little bit better, but I feel good. Do you have an opinion on Josh Still's situation? Thinks he plays? He's not on the Eagles anymore, so I don't know. Sandy says so many new points of interest on both sides of the ball. Swift, Penny, and 2 huge new swing tackles in defense with Carter and Smith. Yeah, a lot of new pieces. Got to see how they do. I mean, joint practices are very important too. They obviously, the Eagles, Nick Sirianni favors joint practices over, the preseason games. So got to be realistic with that. It gives us an advantage. Rollins says, I really needed Miles as a Super Bowl. Couldn't find. No, it wasn't his fault because he was only given a certain amount of carries. This was a passing game, unfortunately. He wanted more touches. When he signed with the Panthers, he bitched about wanting more touches. He almost fumbled the ball on us. I mean, that's why we don't pass the ball to him anymore. That's why, the Eagles didn't trust him passing the football to him. I mean, I get it. Ron says, yeah, Bijan looks great in Atlanta. We'll see where it goes with him. Yeah, I hope he has a good career, man. I hope it's not a shitty team that he's going to be on. So, Jay says he's on the roster. They announced it already. Who? He says running back by committee, the thing of the future of championship winning teams do it that way. Yeah, you have to have running back by committee. You can't depend on one guy for that many games all year. There's bodies aren't built that way anymore. They're not built that way anymore. There's no joke about that. No damn. We got 125 people in the chat. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, it's in the live chat as well. We've already been through a week of training camp. I was planning to do a stream today anyway on training camp. And at least for the week, Eagles are off tomorrow most likely. And then Sunday is the open practice where we're going to see a whole lot of stuff. I'm really excited to, clench my teeth into it. And actually, hopefully get use a lot of footage on the reason why I don't use footage. I know people have been commenting on the videos on why I don't use footage from the Eagles or anything like that. It's because of copyright, because I don't care if a video is going to get a lot of views off regular Philadelphia Eagles videos because I don't trust it. If I don't get striked today, tomorrow, next week, next year, the year after, they'll strike it sooner or later. And you can get your channel can get demonetized for using all that content. And I am not using any Philadelphia Eagles footage. I'm using photos from phones, from cameras. That's all I'm doing. I know there are content creators out there that do it. I'm just not risking it. I don't care to get views on videos. Like, whatever the video does is what it does. If it helps, if it doesn't, there are people bitching about me putting pictures up, and I'd rather see official highlights, and I'm not putting any official highlights of the Eagles on there. It's just not doing it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it, because if you take a video from the Philadelphia Eagles website and you put it on your, even if it's 5 seconds long, it will pop up on their copyright YouTube studio notice. So every time somebody uses one of my videos, whether it's an old video or something, and puts it in their video, I can literally copyright somebody's and copyright claim or strike their channel because of using the content. I could do it instantly. I have like 10, 11 copyright notices that people have been using some of my clips in their videos. Not from training camp, from old stuff. But I don't do it because I don't care. You know, I don't care if people use my stuff. But, you know, that's why I really don't do it at all. And for the guys that do it, you know, good luck to them. That's all I got to say. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not, because I'm not putting my head to bed every single night and then wake up and I have a strike or 2 strikes, or they give me 3 strikes and that's it. You know what I mean? A lot of butthurt fitness YouTubers are notorious for false copyright claims. Did they change the rule regarding QB sneak effectiveness? No, they didn't. They tried to change it and they couldn't change it. It never got overturned. So the Eagles can do as many QB sneaks as they want this year. Roger says DeAndre Swift is going to. Yeah, I think he has I think all purpose he'll have 1,000 yards easily. Johnson can't wait for the season to start. Big D says fitness YouTubers are usually conners who give misleading information and lift with bad form. Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be a good weekend. We'll have open practice on Sunday. It'll be a lot to talk about, and get this thing moving, get this thing going. So we will find out. But make sure you guys like this video up. Try to get to 100 likes if we can. So once the season starts, we're going to be doing, obviously, once we get through another week of practice, another week of training camp, we'll do another live stream. We'll have the shakedown tomorrow, so we'll talk about some things tomorrow. So we'll be live streaming tomorrow as well with Philly 500, obviously, like we do every single week. But once, like I said, I'm gonna actually announce the regular schedule for the regular season. So the shakedowns will be on Saturday night. I will be streaming every single preseason game. I'll be streaming every game during the season every week. Monday, I'll be streaming by myself. Wednesday is the Steak and Shake podcast. And then Saturday, we'll have the shakedown again. So we're adding in that Steaks and Shake podcast on Wednesday. And we'll be good. Be good to go. At least a couple videos a day. That's going to be for this year. Every year it will somewhat increase or stay the same, just depending on what's going on. I still have a lot of stuff to do with this room. I still have a lot of stuff to do with my overlays and some of the stuff that I have set up already that I haven't. I've already fixed everything on my computer for everything that I need for the streams. You guys won't see that until game day, but should be fun though. Should be fun. So it's already been an hour and 44, and I don't want. Trust me, we could talk about this all day today and go over everything. But I'm definitely going to head out. So before you head out, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're new. We're going to be covering the Eagles. We'll be covering this weekend. We'll have a couple of videos out tomorrow. We'll be covering Sunday, the open practice, and then when it's over, obviously we'll have a lot of video clips and stuff for you to look at and see by that time. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining the stream today, and I'll see you guys on the next one SHAKESQUAD up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.